What's going on, everybody? JD here, and you know what? It's time for episode 11 of the Smokey rebuild, so roll intro. So this episode starts with a little bit of a confession. I've spent the last couple of days doing the stuff that is monotonous on the car. Such as getting the accessories put back together, installing a thermostat, the water pump, all that stuff. Quite frankly, the stuff that everybody should already know how to do if you're mechanically inclined. If not, it's not hard, it's just time consuming, all the little nitpick stuff. So I'm going to show you guys what and all that consisted of, and some of the cool stuff that I got from like late model restoration to put it together, because instead of trying to sort through the old busted up stuff that come off the car, I went ahead and ordered all new hardware. I ordered the ARP, it's kits assembled by late model restoration out of ARP hardware. So all my accessory bolts for the bracketry and stuff like that, that's all ARP now, as well as the stud kit for the water pump. So check it out. All right, so you see like this bolt's up here on the top of the AC compressor, and I don't know how well you can see, let me zoom and show you the studs on the water pump down here, but like the stud here and all the bolts are nuts for the studs, as well as the bolt back here and the bolts right here and down here, and the stuff it's a little dark, maybe the stuff down here coming through the stud here, and the bolt right there for the power steering pump, and even the bolt for the back of the AC compressor. That's all ARP now, so I thought that was really cool. Also, like, I got the thermostat. I went with a 192, the factory temperature thermostat, and I got the housing in and new hoses. So there's my upper hose, and down here the lower hose is installed. I went ahead and put a new bypass hose as well as a heater hose on the piping here that leads back to the heater core back there. So yeah, looking good and about ready to fire. I don't have my distributor in yet, so in this episode you're going to see the distributor get stabbed, and I need to put in my X pipe. Oh, and I can't forget, I got to tighten up the bolt and nut back there on the steering shaft, so I'll get that stuff done in this episode. Also, moving underneath the car, I've got to remove the old H pipe that's jerry rigged up. I'll get that out of the car, and I've got to reinstall the starter, which you'll see. I don't know if you can see it laying over there on the ground on the other side of the, I'll move the camera and you should be able to see it. It's on the ground right now, but I'll stick it up there. It's 2 bolts, quick and easy reinstallation, and then goes in the new X pipe, and I'll be done underneath the car, so that'll be fun. And with the new X pipe, I've got a pair of O2 sensors, since the other ones got submerged when I left the old headers outside like an idiot. Anyway, so new O2 sensors, the X pipe, I'll pull this out and assemble it, get it installed, and then we'll stab the distributor and have this thing running. Alright, so here's the X pipe laid out. Now, with the help of a trusty, dusty 7/8 wrench, I went ahead and installed the new O2 sensors. I got a pair of Bosch's from the parts store. And you'll notice here, I don't have any smog equipment on my car, but I do not want to squeeze that tube shut. So what I've done here is I've actually taken the hose that they put on here to connect the smog equipment, and I've put a bolt and a stud in it and cranked it down and then tightened it all up, just because I don't want to alter the pipe. So that'll make it to where if I ever sell this exhaust or anything like that, I can sell it to somebody who's got smog equipment on there. Anyway, yeah, so that's ready. I'm gonna go ahead and crawl into the car and get the starter in now. Alright, so the starter's in. Now I'm going to remove the old H pipe and get started installing the new X pipe. All right, so that nasty H-pipe's out, and I'm gonna walk you over here and show that thing to you, because it's absolute junk. Don't mind my my trash pile, it just is what it is. So, a couple of cats, they're not even welded in straight. Just some kind of jerry-rigged pipe and big old booger welds, and yeah, that's what was on the car. So, I'm glad to be rid of that, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started putting my new X-pipe on. Alright guys, well, as you saw in the clips leading up to this little talking head part, I finished the exhaust. And in the meantime, I'll spin you around and show you. Distributor stabbed, all the plug wires are ran. I've topped off the coolant, but I've left it open so it can burp and let out some of the air that's in the system from draining it. So I'm about ready to fire this thing. I'm just kind of going over the last few things I feel like I need to go over to make sure that it's not going to blow up or something stupid when I fire it off for the first time. But I got to grab the mass air out of the room and put it on and turn her over. So I'm going to throw you guys up on a tripod and let you witness the glory and or epic fail that's going to be the first time I start this thing. So check it out. Well, there you have it, guys. Smokey's running again. It's been a long time coming. I appreciate you guys sticking with me through the journey. This obviously is episode 11. From this point forward, this is going to be doing little things to the car. Fixing the interior up, getting ready for paint and body. But yeah, now I get to drive the stupid thing and get out and back to work and all the things that I need to do. So, yes. Like, comment, subscribe, as always, the same old YouTube stuff that I always say. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Let's stick together. Let's do something cool. Let's build something cool. Whatever my catch line is, something, I'm still figuring this crap out. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a great weekend. Peace.